Hey, kia ora. Helen Brahms here, coming live from Surprise in Arizona. Welcome to Before the Dirt Nap podcast number 1550, Day of Self. Day of Self. Hope you've all had a super fantastic, sparkling day. I have had an awesome day. You can tell Zeffy's home. She's waiting to go for a WALK, and we didn't get her walk-in before the podcast because I was actually meeting a new person on Zoom, and we were having a great conversation, and time got away on us, and I looked at the clock, and it said 17:59. I had 1 minute to get online, so it's taken me 10. I apologize, and Zeffy's now pacing. So we're going to make this short and sweet. It's going to be short and sweet, sweet girl. We've had a great day of self, and self is just taking care of self, doing whatever self wants to do, whatever it is you want to do. Did you get it done today? Did you have a day of self? Did you take time off and unplug and everything else? First time I got on the computer today was to get on with my new friend. And it was, our stories are crazy, about how we line up with each other and we totally get the other person. It was just amazing conversation, which is probably why we lost track of time. But anyway, we are going to have her on as a guest at some point. We're just going to set up a date to get her on the show. But I can't wait for you guys to meet her. She has an incredible story. And her life is she's working it out. I'll tell you that. That's all I'm going to tell you, because I want you to hear her story when she comes on. So Day of Self, I had a nice lazy wake up because I didn't have to get up and go anywhere or walk the dog until I had to pick up Zeffy at 10 o'clock. So I got up at 6:30. So you got up at 6. Hey, I'm usually awake by 5. Okay. Sometimes I wake up at 4:30. In fact, this morning I woke up at 4:30 and I finally got up at 6. Showered, dressed, all that stuff. Went out and had breakfast, had a nice lazy breakfast, potted around, got a couple of things done, and then went out and got Zeffy. And the plan was to drive home. And interesting conversation with the dog sitter today. We had a great conversation, and she was talking about how Zeffy is the only dog that she dog sits that she talks to completely differently to how she talks to the other dogs. She says it's almost like talking to another human. I says, yeah. I said, because when I talk to her, I'm just talking to her like she's another person and not a dog. And she says, like all the other dogs, I'm saying, come on, like calling them to come and all that. And they just like look at me. She says, I look at Zeffy and say, it's time to go inside. And Zeffy just turns around and walks inside the house. I says, yeah, because that's what I tell her to do every time at home. When she's outside, I go, come on, it's time to come inside. And she'll get up and come on in. So I said, I just talk to her like she's another person, and she just seems to understand and get it. And so we, so she was just sort of like amazed. But we did our drive home, and I took a long circulus route home, but we still stopped by Dutch Brothers to get her pup cup. Because when I pick her up from the dog sitter, that's where we go to the pup cup place, the Dutch Brothers just down the street. So I got my double chocolate mocha freeze, and she got her pup cup, and she was very happy about it. But we had to wait for the pup cup because they ran out of dog biscuits in the container, so she had to go refill the container. But it was worth the wait. And we got home, and Zeffy had her pup cup, and then she got up and was running around all over the place. And actually she started doing Zooms, which she doesn't normally do when she comes home from the dog sitters. She just normally has her treat and then just goes and gets on her couch. She has the love seat, which has got this nice fluffy sheepskin type blanket on there, and she just curls up and goes to sleep. Well, this time she decided to Zoom. She wanted outside, so I let her outside. She went zooming around the backyard. And at one point she comes running into the house, slides on the tile floor just outside the doors here, turns around, comes back, and you can see her trying to get grip on the ground so she could go faster and faster. And she shoots out the back door and round the backyard and then comes back in and just stands there and looks at me like, why aren't you doing this with? And I go, what do you want? And I go, ready? And you just need to go ready with her, and she'll just take off again. And that's what she did. And she did that several times. And then she decided she'd had enough, had a drink of water, and went and slept. So we just had a nice quiet afternoon. I left the back door open. I had the screen closed on it. We had this nice breeze coming in. I did not have any of the other windows or doors open in the house, just that back one. And the outside got to like 84 or something today, and inside here it's currently sitting at 76. I just went and checked the thermostat. It's still sitting at 76 inside the house, so it's kind of comfortable. And we're about to go for a WALK, and it's cooler outside than it is inside. But I like the fact that today I got to turn the AC off all day. We did not have the AC on. This morning when I got up, I turned it off, and it hasn't been back on yet. It may go back on a little later just to cool down the bedroom a little bit because I like a cold bedroom. But the bedroom's sitting at 72, which I'm very happy with. So if I put the AC on, maybe I can get down to 70, which I did last night, and then turn it off for the rest of the night, and then it'll get back up to like 73. I tell you what's weird. You turn the AC off, there's no heat on, outside is colder than inside, yet the temperature inside the house goes up. Can somebody please explain that physics to me? Because logically, it just doesn't work for me. But we just had a nice quiet afternoon. We just sat there and watched a movie about some real life story about some girl that was kidnapped and killed by her family. Yeah, that was it took place in 2006 and 2006 to 2007 in England. So watched that. It was very interesting. It was just it was a 90-minute movie. Yeah, we just had a nice quiet afternoon of doing not much, just sitting there. I was working on some puzzles on the iPad, and we had the TV on in the background, and that was our afternoon. It was awesome. We just sat and basically did nothing. Zeffie slept. I played games on the iPad, and that was our afternoon until I had to get online here and just have a little bit of work to do because I want to send follow-up emails to the people that I talked to yesterday, especially those that got the sleep patches, to see how they worked for them last night, what sort of sleep they got last night. So just following up with them on that. I'm thinking some of them may not have used them because they may have forgotten they bought them. So they're going to get the email as sort of as a reminder of like, hey, did you try those patches? How did they work for you? So we'll see how that goes. But we're just going to go now out for a walk. It's dark. Can't really help that. We have I have my reflector jacket that I put on and my flashlight that I walk with, and Zeffie's harness and leash is all reflective stitching on it. I actually want to get her one that actually has reflective strips on it, not just the stitching, so it stands out a little more. But yeah, that's been our day. It's been a wonderful day of rest and relaxation and just being and not doing much. And so, which means I'm ready for an awesome, coming week is going to be absolutely amazing. It is going to be incredible. It is going to get, there's going to be a lot of stuff done. There's going to be a lot of creativity going on this week. And it's just going to be an amazing week. So are you geared up, ready for a brand new week that's going to be full of amazing opportunities for you? Are you open to receiving amazing opportunities? I am open to whatever opportunities are coming. And what's that saying by Sun Tzu? Opportunities multiply. Was it opportunities opportunities multiply as they are seized. So I'm going to go seize some opportunities this week. That's my goal, seizing opportunities. Anyway, that's it from us for today. Go out, have a super fantastic sparkling evening, and we'll catch you guys back here tomorrow evening at 6 p.m. Pacific. He konera.